My name is Father Albert. I'm from a traditional Dominican community in Belgium, the Dominicans of the Holy Rosary. And I'm here at the Fatima Center to answer some of your questions. I live in the Philippines, and one reason given for using Eucharistic ministers is because it would prolong the Mass if only the priest gave communion. Should the faithful receive or decline to take communion from extraordinary Eucharistic ministers? The use of Eucharistic ministers is another innovation since Vatican II. It goes against tradition, which for time immemorial has always reserved the touching of the consecrated host to the priest. If you ever attended the traditional ordination rite of a Catholic priest, you'll see that at a certain point in the ceremony, the bishop anoints the hands of the priests because they have to touch so constantly this consecrated host. So it's not at all traditional. It's not Catholic for just anyone to give communion, to distribute communion. It's just another example of what I spoke about earlier, of this respect for the Blessed Sacrament being diminished by the new liturgy. So the answer is simply no. The faithful should not receive communion from these extraordinary Eucharistic ministers. And as for their reason that it would prolong the Mass if only the priest gave communion, well, perhaps then at least the faithful would have a little time to do some thanksgiving after receiving communion, because a lot of faithful, unfortunately now, they leave almost immediately. They leave like a thief, they say in French. It's if they just stole something and had to run away after Mass. They don't do any thanksgiving. So if it takes a bit longer for the priest to distribute communion, so much the better. And then the faithful will have almost be obliged then to spend some time alone with our Lord and in thanksgiving after receiving communion.
Porque la carta apostólica o lo que dieron para dar la comunión en la mano es muy clara. Dice que ningún sacerdote puede obligar a un fiel a recibir la comunión en la mano, pero sí lo puede obligar a recibirla en la boca. Ustedes dirán, ¿qué tiene que ver que yo la reciba en la mano? Nada. Es Cristo, decía alguien hace poco. Antes mejor porque me lo llevo al puesto y lo adoro. Y le dije, mire Señor, le explico con un ejemplo. No es que sus manos sean más sagradas que las mías, sus manos más santas que las mías. Porque si yo dijera que yo soy más santo que usted, estaría pecando. Y reconozco su santidad, reconozco su amor a Jesús Eucaristía, reconozco sus oraciones, su estado ante Jesús Eucaristía, lo reconozco. Pero desgraciadamente usted no fue consagrado para tocarlo a Él. Yo sí, y le expliqué con un ejemplo. Dije, mire, ahí está su esposa, usted la toca, ¿sí? ¿La ha abrazado? Sí. ¿La ha besado? Sí. Ahora permite que yo, sacerdote, la toque y la abrace. Ah, no, ¿por qué? Ah, usted fue consagrado para tocarla a ella y yo fui consagrado para tocarlo a él, no usted.